Hello and welcome to the Listening Post's unboxing channel on YouTube. Today I'm unboxing a brand new product from Bluesound, the Bluesound Node Icon. This brilliant new, monstrously anticipated streamer is stunning. The products from Bluesound have already, they're always so well acclaimed. So many reviewers go back to the Node as their sort of benchmark. You know, XYZ new product, but it's not as good as the Node. Or it's better than the Node, but it's 4 times the price. To have released so many brilliant versions of this product over the years, there's the classic Node, current model. Probably we've got a link now to the Node Nano, which is a stripped out player only. The Node Icon, which we'll see now, is designed to be the pinnacle. It features a colour display. It's 5-inch. It's not a touchscreen, it's not like the Master Series, but absolutely brilliant as far as it's bright enough to sort of do really good justice to cover art and things like that. It's dual mono in its design, featuring 2 reference quality ESS DACs. Balanced outputs, obviously, look, AirPlay 2's covered off, Spotify, Connect, Tidal Connect, MQA, all of those things covered off as you would expect. Why this is so good though is how brilliant it sounds. NAD have had no expense spared as far as this product. The Bluesound team have worked tirelessly, of course. Their R&D is amazing. The anticipation and industry-wide, I don't know, what do we call this? Industry-wide expectation of this peak. No one is disappointed. It's brilliant. So, let's have a look. Node Icon. Traditional packaging, very, very similar in size and shape to the likes of perhaps the Power Node. Slightly bigger than the traditional Node and much bigger, of course, than the Node Nano, the little one. The packaging itself, it's sort of heat-shrinked plastic. We've got some basic branding on the sides. We've got some implementations as far as the standards. It's Wi-Fi. Dual band Wi-Fi, by the way, and gigabit Ethernet on board, so they've certainly covered off all of those things you would expect. It's got a Bluetooth logo, Apple AirPlay, Spotify as you would expect. It's 2-way Bluetooth, by the way. So if you're using this maybe late at night, want to Bluetooth out to some headphones or wander around and listen to your favourite music while prepping dinner or kicking around, go for it. Bluetooth in from your phone, obviously Bluetooth out to a set of headphones. THX AAA headphone amp on board and 2 sockets, and you'll see that. Dirac and Dirac Live is also supported, and again I mentioned MQA. Again, pretty boring now. Scannable information associated with the product and serial number on one side, along with the traditional compliances. Opening this really, really straightforward. It's a very simple process when these are sort of plastic wrapped. A couple of nicks gets the wrap tearing, and then the box itself is very, very straightforward. Okay, get rid of that. The packaging inside is an emulation of what we have grown to expect with all of the Bluesound products. We see the accessories at the top, a basic quick start guide, and then some packaging that is made from recycled cardboard and is 100% recyclable. Nevertheless, as I mentioned, quick start guide. Now this is the basics. This is put the power cord in here, put the RCAs in here, this kind of stuff. Most importantly with any of the Bluesound products, the first thing you need to do is download the Bluesound app. Now on that note, by the way, the guys have, Bluesound and NAD R&D guys, it's not just a smartphone or tablet app. You can use it on a Mac computer and you can use it on a Windows computer. So if you've got a tablet or whatever it might be, these smart devices you might have in your home, you can get the app running on any of them, and it means have it running in the background in your office environment, whatever it might be. Now that's across the entire Bluesound range, by the way. Nevertheless, quick start guide and a bit of information about Dirac room correction. We've got a couple of layers of the packaging, but what we're going to do is open up some of the accessories. Now this to ensure that it's factory sealed is probably not going to include a New Zealand power cord. It's classic that we see one for the UK, one for the USA. However, along with a desiccant bag to keep everything dry in transit, we've got a Bluesound branded network cable. It's a Cat6 and a very basic RCA cable. Now, anybody that is investing in a streamer of this quality will throw this away, or maybe stick it in the drawer to help connect something or give it to the neighbour. Nevertheless, if you're buying something of this credibility, a decent interconnect has already been part of your audio system, or will be when you invest in it. Okay, easy. Again, the packaging recycled. We see 4 desiccant bags to ensure that everything is dry in transit, and then the product itself protected in a cloth bag. Now before I show you that, we'll reveal that next kind of layer. So what we've got here is the final of the 3 pieces that have protected this product in freight, and a comprehensive user manual. This is where we've got warranty information for Australia and New Zealand, every question and answer in every single language you can think of in one of these booklets. Okay, here we go. Now the product itself, like many of the previous Bluesound product, is protected in a sort of a cloth, almost polished bag. Sliding it out, we get to see for the first time the physics of this product. Looking at the front end, please, as always, hang around for the close-up photographs that I will take. We've got the big display on the front, protected with one of these little plastic covers. Again, we'll light it up, we'll show you perhaps some of the setup, certainly some of the display. Nevertheless, excellent to see such a comprehensive display planned. We've got also an emulation of the control that we've seen with all of the other Bluesound products on the top. They've introduced 5 sort of global presets in the Bluesound range, and you swipe above this and it lights up. So it's kind of dormant and not designed to be too shouty when it's just sitting there doing its job. Wave across the top and it lights up, and it shows you whether or not it's in fixed volume mode or change the volume. You can play, pause, you can skip, and you can select one of the 5 presets, which could be your favourite Spotify playlist or internet radio or whatever, maybe the TV input, whatever it might be. Again, it's not very sort of bulky, it doesn't need to be. Everything nowadays is based around relatively large chipsets. It's worth noting that just here discreetly is an IR sensor, not only for a Bluesound remote, which you can buy as an accessory, but also it has a learning function. So you could learn in your amplifier remote control volume or your television volume and take control of the variable output should it be required. Looking at the side, we see one of the 2 headphone sockets. They've gone with that 6.35mm or 1/4 inch stereo headphone jack, and they've duplicated it on both sides. Obviously 2 pairs of headphones, but also depending on where it's positioned, it might be more convenient to have one of the headphones off to one side. Tilting it forward, we see the basics of its design. It's not very deep, but it's at the back that all the magic happens. This is where NAD have truly impressed and focused their attention. The boring basic stuff, figure 8 power input, and above that an IR input and a 12-volt trigger out. That's all by 3.5mm. Beside it is an HDMI for audio return channel, obviously from a television. Again, with the fact that it will also decode Dolby Digital, it means that the setup and things associated with the TV are simpler, and its connection for the purposes of using this extremely good DAC means that even the television and television broadcast or YouTube or whatever you're watching is going to sound significantly better passed through this product. Beside it is a USB-C, and that allows for, I guess, direct connection to a more modern laptop or computer. Then we see a stacked network connection. Again, I mentioned it was gigabit, and 2 USB inputs. Now, these USBs support Bluesound's new feature, which is their server mode. That means that a large pen drive or a modest sized external hard drive can be distributed to other Bluesound products around your home. The server mode allows for any number of things to access them, as well as far as the number of Bluesound products around. Obviously this unit has to be powered up to allow for that to happen, but with that in mind, you could have a portable hard drive with your favourite playlists, or maybe not have a NAS drive. It means that this is a brilliant feature set that they've perfected now with this product. Over to this side, we've got a couple of inputs and outputs. The first is an optical digital input, and I guess that's most likely used for a television or perhaps an external Sky decoder or something associated with this when it's part of a stereo system in a living space. We've got an optical and a coaxial digital output. If this is being utilised in a transport mode, or perhaps its outputs are being paralleled off into an AV receiver in another space or something equally as flexible. Then we see a subwoofer output, and this is a managed out. In its setup you can do all sorts of things as far as the subwoofer. If you choose not to cable it, then you can also use one of the Bluesound subwoofers and connect things wirelessly using the Bluesound app. They've got an analog input as well, and this is a little bit of an unusual sort of legacy, I guess. Again, this becomes such a central part of the product. No expense spared has been used on the analog input, with a reference ESS ADA utilised for this input. And then we see the dual output. I mentioned it's dual mono in its design. Circuit topography wise, and hence why it's a little bit larger, it means that each DAC is feeding each output, and the only point where it's sort of alluded to its connection is here. Nevertheless, we've got a single RCA left and right output and a set of balanced left and right outputs. Everything's gold plated as you would expect. The bottom features a Bluesound logo and scannable information for the product and serial number again, along with a rubber ring to ensure that when it's sitting on something it's not going to move around. So, looking at this brilliant product for the first time, the Bluesound Node icon. Utterly stunning. Perfect in every way. Sonic nirvana. Control easily beyond its competition. Flexibility, again, beyond its competition. And it's at a real world price too. So there we have it. Bluesound's brand new Node icon. Unboxed here at the Listening Post in Christchurch, New Zealand. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more, subscribe to our channel.